Well, great evening. I am putting on my hat because I want to look into and see if I can connect. Now, I don't know if there's anyone still over there because there have been, that whole tribe has been gone for quite some time. But I want to see if I can connect with any of the Anasazi or anyone on the other side that can tell about the Anasazi. Okay, let's see what we have here first. First is the relationship. Now, in this relationship, it looks like there were some there were some difficulties, some problems. I'm going to use this one. What about their relationship? Rise. Okay. Arise in the relationship. So what took off? What rose in that relationship? Manifest. So something out of this tumultuous relationship. I want to pull one more card and see. There was some manifestation that happened, some change that took place with the Anasazi due to their history. Something in their past started to manifest out of conflict. And in that, I guess they saw this as a rising. Now, what they're saying is at first they thought the Anasazi were a peaceful people, but now they think they were cannibals. So that's why I want to ask what is going on with the Anasazi. There was again some sort of transformation. A transformation of what? What type of transformation? A feeling of vulnerability. A transformation from vulnerability. And above it, we have this retreat. Retreat, or was this idea of death that came in? Let's see what else we have. There is the journey, about their journey. Something took place where they didn't like the harvest. Maybe they were at that time. Yeah, and then something came in of a more darker nature. The journey that they took is transformed and manifested because of their history and some difficulty that they had along the way. Okay, a memory. What is the memory? The memory is the choice that was made. Memory about the choice that was made when it came to others, lovers, people of closeness, people that were close. And they took a dark path. This is very strange. There was a dark path. What was being offered up? What was being offered up? Stillness. Stillness and loss. So it looked like something happened, that perhaps they were growing crops or having animals, and something happened in that there was a difficulty in things that were either not growing anymore, or perhaps there was drought, something that happened as far as food source, etc. They were facing losses. They made a choice. The memory is of a choice that was made. When it came to them, close to them, they took a darker path. In what was being offered. And this went with the whole group. The whole group decided on this together about potential. About the potential, what they could have happened, or what was happening. Some breakthrough. The empowerment. They had a feeling of a breakthrough of empowerment. When it came to the earth, the source. Connection. Connection with source. An eruption. Connection with source, and there was an eruption with the stars. Was there something that star people came? That blew things out of the water? The workers. The workers and dreamers, heads in the clouds. So it looks like they became a bit influenced in harmony with this disruption, this eruption that took place, and the star people. For the community. But was there cannibalism? Was there cannibalism? Was there cannibalism? What happened? Mystery. The mystery of the moon. Again, mystery. Mystery, the mystery of the moon. Now it's, some people get the moon madness, and it looks like that this was ungrounded. The roots were pulled up for some reason. And there was something that happened with star people that caused a big eruption within their community of the source, the connection with the star people, the workers, again, in harmony with this. This is really, really odd. So they had charging forward. Charging forward with wisdom. Of gifts. Gifts. What gifts? Sacredness. But this is sacredness in a very strange way. I'm feeling it had something to do, judgment, a judgment of sacredness that was built out of vulnerability. I'm having a very weird feeling. Because all the Anasazi were gone. And it looks like, I'm going to pull one more because takeoff, yeah, no. I think the Anasazi were harvested. I think they were harvested. By some of the darker elements. These were not beings giving them good wisdom. It said they had the star people. There was an eruption when it came to the source. Okay? The connection. Okay? There was a vulnerability that was worked on in judgment when it came to sacredness. Now, this sacredness being that came to the earth and they took off. Okay? And we have here the mystery. Again, another mystery of the moon. Okay? So I think they were harvested. They said there were gifts they were bringing of wisdom. Okay? That the earth was having a breakthrough in empowerment. But the seeds were planted of a potential, what they were giving, and the people were all taken in by it. It was a choice. And they went the dark path. The lovers, the memory that they had done this. What was the offering was loss. Quietude. They were, again, I think they were harvested. They were saying there was going to be transformation because they were vulnerable. And there was this relationship that was toxic from the history. And what it manifested was this rising. So again, taking off, rising. Dreamers, they had their heads in the clouds when it came to the community. They were all in harmony. And there was this journey. Okay. The seeds were planted. They didn't like the harvest, and it went in from this kind of barking mad scenario. And they were workers. Kind of like the hive. Okay. So they're still trying to figure out what happened to the Anasazi, because all of a sudden they don't find anything of the tribe anymore. And there was cannibalism. They were finding people's bones there that had been cannibalized. Okay? And I feel what I'm getting from this, and I hope to God I'm wrong, but they were harvested by an alien beings. Now, some of the alien beings are here to help humanity, and some are not. Okay? And I think these were the ones, of course, that were not here to aid humanity, but they harvested the Anasazi for perhaps food source and for perhaps for to be slaves. Now, when I was young, I had a dream, a thing that came, and I've never forgot it. It was being taken in this spaceship, and they were harvesting the people's blood. And feeding off of the people until they passed. Yeah, very weird. very weird thing, and I've never forgotten that. But that happened when I was actually quite young. You know, I never was watching horror movies or anything to do with that. So why that came up, I don't know. But yeah. There have been interactions with Navajo and with many of the tribes of that area. It's like my hat. All of these were petroglyphs, things that have been documented on the rocks. And many of them, of course, look like these different sky beings and things that they were having communications with. Now, like I said, some of them are to benefit humanity, and some of them are not. It's like anything. We have some populations that are peaceful and some that are not. And I think in the case of the Anasazi, that they were harvested because they just disappeared. And nobody knows what happened. Nobody knows where they went. Nobody knows, you know. And so we'll see. We'll see. But that's what I'm getting. But I don't want to freak people out. And I really hope that I'm totally 180% wrong on this. But that's the only thing I can make out of the cards, heads and tails, of what happened to the Anasazi tribe. Now, the Anasazi used to do these flutes that they would play. Now, I have one, an Anasazi style flute over there. I can't play it because it's way too long for my arms. Too long of a stretch. I can't play that flute, but I do have an Anasazi type of a flute. But again, I can't play it because my arms are not long, and they're really long. Then you have to have a much bigger hand span than I have to play it. But yeah, I'm just going to leave that here. What are your thoughts about the Anasazi? So I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to look up, I just started the thing of the mystery of the Anasazi. This was done 3 weeks ago. I'm 3 minutes and 55 seconds into it, and I stopped to do the reading to see what I got. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you online. Well, I wanted to add this addendum to this reading that I did. It's so strange. Now, I came across this about the aliens. Anasazi are an ancient people that lived thousands of years ago in the desert canyons in the southwest of North America. They are often suspected to have had some connection with aliens. According to believers, the Anasazi either had seen aliens, were abducted by them, or were aliens themselves. There are indeed some facts that could be interpreted in such a way. The name Anasazi has a meaning in the Navajo language. It can be translated as ancient strangers or ancient enemy. Replace stranger by alien, and you could say the Indians thought the Anasazi were aliens or beings from another planet. Now, when they had the kivas and these holes, what comes to mind are like black holes of the universe, that perhaps some of these alien beings came through black holes. And also it says when they found the human bones, that they had been broken apart and getting to the marrow, okay? So again, that goes with that blood, and marrow is what produces the blood, yeah. So all of that could fit with that very strange reading that I had, that they were after the marrow, which produces blood. Oh, I just got a shiver up my spine. Oh, I'm getting shivers and goosebumps with that. With that very strange dream that I had, that people were harvested for their blood. And yeah, this has got to be the weirdest, strangest reading I've ever done. And wow. Like I said, I hope that this is totally 180 degrees off base, because that is very creepy, very strange. Now I found also that there was a drought that happened, if they were indeed farmers or if they were indeed trying to grow crops and the drought happened. There could have been also at that point in time some things that took place. But that's not what the reading was really saying. So either I'm in fantasy land, or, you know, like the card said, there's a mystery there of the moon and the darkness and strange things that took place. Okay? So on that note, I'm going to leave that here, and I'll see you online.